Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to math. Today we're going to continue working on what we were doing last class. We're still going to apply those rules we learned last class when it came to logs. If you guys remember, the opposite of multiplication, okay, when it comes to log is adding, okay, and vice versa. The same for division. When you're dividing, the opposite of subtraction. When you're doing subtraction, is dividing, okay? All right. There was a third rule we learned also when it came to a number in front of the log. I will say this, you're going to use that today, okay, on today's concept. All right, so here's the example for today. We have 2 log of x, or 3x, minus log of 3, 4, equals log of 3.5. Okay, that's the problem for today. The first thing we always have to do is make sure they're all similar. Notice how we have a log of 3, 25, log of 3, 4, but here we have this 2 that's in the front of the log, okay? So we have to get rid of that 2, if you guys remember from the previous video, okay? In order to get rid of the 2, we move it as an exponent next to the number after the log, which in this case is x. So our new problem is log 3x squared minus log 3, 4 equals log of 3, 25. Now they're all kind of similar. Now we have log of 3, log of 3, log of 3, okay? The next step to do is look at the number between both logs, okay? Between the ones on one side. Notice that we have a subtraction sign, okay? If you guys remember, the opposite of subtraction when it comes to logs is division, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna write only one time log because we're gonna combine them. So we're gonna have log 3x squared over 4. Okay, we're gonna drop that second one because we already have it. Over 4 equals log of 325. Okay, we got rid of this other log because we combined them. We only used one. Think of when you have denominators. You have the same denominator, you combine them, you're gonna leave one denominator, okay? So the same with log. Now that we have 2 logs here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cancel them out. Cancel this out, the same thing on the other side. So we're left with x squared divided by 4 equals 25, okay? The reason is because I cancel one log, whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. They got canceled out, okay? Now we can actually solve this problem. It looks like an actual problem, okay? So the opposite of division is multiplication. These cancels out, times 4 over here. We're left with x squared equals 25 times 4, which is 100. And then finally, in order to get rid of that square, the opposite of a square is a square root, okay? So the square root of 2, which cancels out the square root and the 2, or the square, so we'll have x equals 100 is a perfect square root. So the answer is, some of you might say 10. That's right, but that's not the whole answer, okay? We're at that point where radicals, if they're perfect squares, it can be positive and negative 10. Because negative 10 times negative 10 is positive 100. Positive 10 times positive 10 is also 100. Okay, so the answer equals positive negative 10. Okay, so notice how we used one of the rules, the third rule we had for logs last class, to get rid of it. Then we looked at the number or the sign in the middle of the 2 logs and see if it's adding, subtraction, multiplication, or division. Okay? In this case, it was subtraction, so the opposite is division. Okay? Then we cancel out the logs, okay? Because we have one of each on each side. Now we can cancel them out. And we're left with the numbers, with the variable. Once we did all the steps to leave the variable alone, we arrived at x equals positive or negative 10. Okay? All right, guys. Make sure you have this on your notes. Make sure you send a picture of this, remember your notes, with your work, okay? All right. Now that you have that in your notes, we can actually erase it. Let me bring a cloth here. All right, you're doing the same thing on yours. You're solving for x. The examples are, or the problems for you guys to do, should I say, are, start with something simple. Log of 5, 4, plus log of 5, 2x, equals log of 5, 24. Okay, that's your first one. We're gonna do one more. Oh, kind of lost you guys. All right. Oh no. Hello. All right, there we go. All right, and your second one is 3 log of 4, 6 minus log of 4, 8 equals log of 4x. Okay? Hint, hint. The second one has to do something to that 3, okay, on the second one. All right. Make sure you submit your answers as soon as you're done watching the video, guys. And I'll be waiting for your email.